Hey guys, it's Tracy. I want to show you the second swap that I was in that Tamika, who is known as Scrapdaworld, is hosting, which is the embellishment swap. And she had two groups. One was for bottle caps, which I'm getting ready to show you, and the other was to alter clothespins, which I've uploaded several days ago. So here are my clothespins. Here is my bottle caps. And we had to make 3 sets of 3, and I have 4 here because one is for Tamika. And I did not put anybody's name on it, so Tamika will choose who gets what. So what I did here, I used this K & Company, what are they even called? Adhesive dimensional stickers. And you see these holes at the bottom because I use the packaging for the back of the bottle caps. For the background as well as the back. And then these charms here, I was in a swap a couple years ago. I believe it was that long, or at least a year and a half. And I received these in a swap. So I added them. I said, oh, I think I have something that will match these, the pastel colors. And lo and behold, it did. So they have that little hook here up at the top, which is neat. So basically, these can be interchangeable. You can take these off and just use these by themselves. So actually you would have 6 different embellishments if you wanted it. And there's a little birdie at the bottom there. And I have to thank Yolanda, who is so crafty 100 here on YouTube, because it was her swap. I believe it was her swap, or maybe it wasn't her swap. Maybe it was Celestine's swap. And Yolanda was part of it. But anyway, let me show you the back. And all the backs of the ones that do not have glossy accents on it I use glue and seal, which is made by Inks Essential to seal them. And here's the back of this one, which I just adhere a metal butterfly to it. And then here's the back of that one. And then what I did, this is a silhouette file, and it was probably like 2 and some by 3 and something inches, and I just made it when I made the bottle caps. And I believe it was meant for, I don't know, it just said jewelry. I think it was for earrings. So, and it had one here and one there, like 2 holes there and 2 holes on that side. And I just ungrouped the file and added the 2 holes there because of course I needed it for 3. And then I just added little jump rings up at the top, and then I used those white storage bags twist ties, and I just tied them in the back there. And this is 2 pieces of cardstock, so it makes it a little sturdier. And then this is just some of that lace from Joann Fabrics. That was $1 a roll. So that's the first set. And then the second set is a beach theme, which are those. And this is the only set that I flattened using my Cuttlebug. And those came from out of this, off of here. That's what I used. And this was from a Pink Paisley warehouse sale that they had during the summer that I received. And I just added those charms at the bottom. And this right here is green paper in the background. That's like a white color paper, and that's green paper in the background. And then on the back, it's just those embellishments off that, those stickers and embellishments I just showed you. So that's that. And this paper also came from that Pink Paisley warehouse sale. And I remember I said I thought I had some like sea or a fish themed paper, and I did just the 1 piece, so that's that one. And then my next one is here. And again, the pieces, the elements here also came from that Pink Paisley warehouse. And I used paper. I had paper from this vintage Vogue theme, which is the background paper here on these. And then on top of that, I used some of these little elements. Yeah, some of those little elements. And then this is just for my stash. I think that might have came from Michael's with the different clocks that they had, metal clocks, like in their $2 section. And the bees just came from out of my stash. And this has glossy accents on it. That's a little butterfly there. The background, that's a Martha Stewart punch that I used that Joanne Fabrics trim on. And the back of those is just paper. And it's just purple paper in the back. And let's see what else. Okay, so I have one more left to show you. And that's this vintage theme one. And these little images came off some paper I had recently up at Michael's. They had paper like 7 for $1, which was like 14 cents a piece. Then there's a little, these embellishments are from Recollections. And these beads just came from out of my stash. And again, this is that Joann's lace. And this has been glossy accented. And then that's the back. Butterfly there. And there's a rose there. And this is the back. Again, all the tags have been, or 2 pieces of cardstock. And I'm just putting them in a clear envelopes. Not envelopes, but clear bags. Like that. So guys, that is my bottle caps for the embellishment swap that Tamika posted this month. And I need to mail these off by Friday. So they'll probably go in the mail tomorrow or Thursday. Alright guys, let me give you another look. Alright guys, talk to you later.